So really, y'all obviously got a big civil matter. I'm here, make sure he's safe, make sure y'all don't get into it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, as grown men, got to figure this out. Okay?
Yeah. Well, I just called about the dogs today, attacking me when I was at this house.
But you know that there's a big civil thing with y'all's property, all that, okay?
Yes, but the dogs were on my front porch trying to attack me. That's all my complaint is here.
Of course.
And,
And that's
you know,
why Mr. Terry is here, okay?
Okay, yes, sir.
And
Gotcha.
as I'm explaining, y'all are grown men.
Yes.
Mr. Terry is well aware of how this property is.
Yes,
He's
sir.
well aware of how it's supposed to be, whose property is whose within this property.
Yes, sir.
Y'all are grown men, okay?
Yes, sir.
So,
I can't communicate with him to even tell him to keep his dogs out of my yard. I have to, and I mean I'm just saying I have to go through somebody else that has a official capacity.
because y'all have placed yourself in this position. Y'all are brothers, okay?
Yes.
I couldn't imagine being in a situation where I couldn't talk to my sibling, okay?
Okay.
Because I chose to argue all the time, okay?
Okay.
Y'all, I'm not your therapist, but y'all have got to come to some type of agreement civilly. Y'all are gonna have to go to court on this to figure out the property. However, y'all are doing that.
Well, we have.
Well, it doesn't seem to be working because he can't fix certain things that need to be fixed because it's on your side, and that's the biggest issue. So, if there's fence that needs to be fixed, if you would allow him to fix it that he wants to.
I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. We don't communicate, zero. So I don't know what he's even talking about.
Okay, well, there's fence in his backyard that's down that the dogs are able to get out of.
The dogs run in the front yard. They run all over the neighborhood.
That's how the dogs are able to get out too, though. If they get in the
Not
backyard.
when they're in the front yard. He's got the front door open.
Well, then get video proof.
I got video of them
And
attacking me on my front
I
porch.
got you. And of course, if you're recording this, that's fine. I'm recording as well. Okay.
Yes, but
So-
so what do I do when I'm attacked the next time? Do I say, hey, Jeff,
You have a right to defend yourself on your property. Okay.
Yes.
what does that entail?
It
I can't own a
entails-
gun.
Are you a felon?
Yes.
Okay,
So
if
do I
you
chop
have-
them up with a knife?
If you have an axe, if you have a big
bat.
stick, anything.
Pepper spray.
I do have a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
So I guess I can go out my door with my bow and arrow every day.
You can't go out of your door intentionally to attack an animal.
No, if
if
they're-
you step out onto, you
I
cross-
understand. I understand I
Okay.
can't do anything to the animal, and I wouldn't.
That's not what I said, sir. So since we're both recording this, I want this for your purposes and my purposes. So when this does go to court, my words are quoted correctly, okay?
Yes, sir.
Once you cross that threshold and you have exited your house,
Yes,
and if the dogs come at you in an aggressive manner, you have a right to defend yourself, okay?
Yes, sir. I don't
Then-
carry weapons.
Okay, however you want to defend yourself as a grown man is however you want to do
Get
it.
bit.
I defend myself how I'm trained.
Well, when I get
So
bit,
it's up to you.
when I get bit or my dog gets bit, then do we just say, okay,
Then we
y'all
just
argue
keep,
too
we
much?
keep bringing up hypothetical situations. That's all we're doing right now. Is bringing
Yes,
up. All we're playing is the what if game.
I know. Well,
Okay.
my thing is, I got a recording of dogs attacking me on my porch today.
Attacking you,
Sir,
like full-fledged attacking you.
they were coming at me. They did not bite me.
They were barking.
Okay, so they were barking.
saw the video.
Okay, so he's already addressed that. We're not gonna acknowledge him. He's
Yes.
already addressed that.
Yes, sir.
I'm here for him.
That's all I'm here for today. I'm not to
course.
talk about what he's got or what he's got going
Do you
on.
need him for anything?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna go over here and get his driver's
Okay.
license and finish this, and I'll.
Yeah.
All I'm
I
doing
gotta
is
finish up with him then.
all I did was call and say, hey, these dogs trying to
Yes,
attack
of
me.
course. I understand. It's your
And,
property. But the way that y'all's property is you've got your house, his house, you have property back there, and there's peace in between y'all that he says he can't go on because it's yours. And whatever the fiscal matter is, that's between y'all, and y'all need to get that figured out. Because if he is able to get that fixed fence, which he's supposed to, he's being cited for it, or whatever Mr. Terry is doing, then yes, he is not to have his dogs outside.
Yes,
We've shown Mr. Terry the videos. Mr. Terry handles that for us.
Yes, sir. I
He
got
handles
you.
that criminal side of animals at large
Yes, sir.
for the sheriff's office because
Yes,
he's
sir.
part of the county. Okay?
Okay.
It helps us alleviate those type of calls.
Yes, sir.
That's why we have animal control. We're blessed to have them. They do an amazing job.
That's
okay?
right.
So that's why he's out here, because y'all are arguing is now why I'm out here.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes, sir.
It's nothing to be. It takes nothing to be a grown man and choose to be quiet.
Yes, sir.
You're actually the bigger man by choosing to be quiet in the middle of an argument. Okay?
Yes, sir. I wish I could talk to him.
Well, that's something that you just.
But
You need to figure out a way then. You need to figure out a way to cross y'all's ties and figure out how y'all can rebuild y'all's relationship. However,
Well, it's impossible because he lies. Like he's saying, I was listening to
Okay.
him. That's the first I've ever heard. He said something about the fence is down. I have touched nothing.
he
I
didn't
don't
say
even,
he didn't say you've touched anything.
I don't even come up
He's-
here and I
okay,
haven't-
let me apologize. Let me back up. Before you tell him secure.
I heard
let
him
me,
tell
let
him.
me back up. He did
Alright.
say that. He said that you tore part of the fence down. I don't even remember what part back there because it's
Yes, sir.
all demolished.
It is.
It needs to be
is.
fixed. Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me. It needs to be fixed. That's why Mr. Terry is giving him whatever he's giving him. Cannot have those dogs at large.
No.
Simple. You know that.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you keep your dogs out.
Oh.
Okay. So
I would love to have a relationship, but you can't.
yeah.
But somebody that lies about you, you can't trust them. You
I
cannot deal
understand.
with them.
I understand. And sometimes it's best just to remove those people from your lives, and you can try to build a relationship that's between you and that person civilly.
And I have.
It's hard.
I
okay?
stay to myself. I keep
Yeah.
to myself. I barbecue outside. I
Yeah.
do cook outside. I love it. I do it religiously.
Yeah.
Every day I cook outside. And, you know, I like to go out my door without being attacked by dogs or
Yes, of course.
viciously approached, I
Of
guess
course,
you would
yes.
say.
No, yeah. And you gotta watch the wording because being attacked is an active situation, right?
Yes.
Being attacked.
Okay.
They're approaching in an aggressive manner. It's still active because they're
Yes.
approaching in an aggressive manner, but they haven't actually caused harm yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still the grounds for where they're coming at you, where you're able to defend yourself. If they're attacking you, you're able to defend yourself. Now, if they're
Yes,
just
sir.
in the yard, just let them be in the yard. Call us. We get animal control involved. They come out. Then, if the dogs become aggressive at that point, then matters have to be dealt with, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's just part about choosing the battles to battle in. Okay?
Yes, sir.
That's all
Like
it takes.
they were out all day last
Of
weekend,
course.
and I didn't, I seen them up here in the yard and they run around. But today when I walked out, they come after me, and that's why I called. But it's not they're getting out of a pen.
Well,
He-
that is a big deal too, though. They're
he
not supposed to be.
leaves- He leaves the front door open, and they come over
Yeah.
here. They go.
And that's why he's here, and he will.
And
If
I've
he's
lived-
got video proof that you've got, okay. And if you're going to take videos, you can sit across here and take a video.
Yes.
You can stand on the road and take a video. Just do not cross onto that front yard if
Yes,
if
sir.
you're not allowed to be on that front yard. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all's property deal is weird because y'all are family, y'all are blood brothers.
Yes,
so the
sir.
way that the property was left to y'all and y'all are splitting it, it really just seems more of like a verbal. I don't know if there's written, signed by the judge or not. Again,
We've got a contract that we've signed, and I went
Okay.
to court over a
so
contract.
there is a court ordered or court signed
Yes.
contract. Okay, cool.
contract
So
court, a mediation court.
mediation court,
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Okay, so then just abide by that. And maybe if you need to have another surveyor come out here to say, hey, look, this is mine, this is that, so y'all can divide and conquer. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can do that a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like he's going over there with him right now to explain what he's allowed to be doing and what he's not allowed to be
Yes.
doing. He's not allowed to be leaving the dogs out in the yard without a leash on.
Yes.
So
Now, I've seen this 100 times, maybe not 100, but several times. I've lived out here most of my life, and these dogs get in the road, they get hit. It just kills the dogs, it tears the cars up.
of course,
And I'm just
happens.
waiting on that. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but I'm waiting on it because it's going to happen eventually if they keep
Yeah.
getting out.
of course,
Because this is a very busy highway.
it is. So
Now during
Um,
the week, I don't see him, but when he's off, he leaves the front door open, and I don't have any videos of that. But I'll
Well,
take a
that's-
picture. But I'm one thing that frightens me is he makes up so much stuff. He might say, "Oh, he did this, that, or whatever it may be," and then whatever he has said, depending on the severity of it, I have to
of course.
defend myself.
Of course. So, and to a degree, sometimes let them think what they want to think about you. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't change anybody.
That's right.
Only people can choose to want to change for themselves. So
Right.
it doesn't matter what people say about you. If he's spreading rumors, just let it be. Okay.
I mean-
That you shouldn't be fighting that. Just let people think. We all deal with it.
Mm.
It is what it is. Okay. Just
That's right.
choose to be a bigger man and choose to be quiet in situations
I'm-
that you don't have to fight in.
That's what I'm going to try to
And-
do. I mean, my lawyer told me, do not call the cops. Do not call the cops. Do not call
Well,
the cops.
yeah, I mean, don't call the cops if the cops aren't needed. Now,
That's
if we're
right.
needed, call us.
That's
We're
right.
here to protect and serve. That's why we took the oath. That's why we went to training for it. It's what we love to do. Okay, so if you have anything, give us a call. You're good to go back over there.
I was going to Covington, and that's
Yeah.
what I was. I would say one more thing, and it's just kindergarten stuff. But this is on videotape, and I've shown it to my lawyer. When we first settled in mediation court, they had some items back there they needed to get, and he come back there to the fence in his truck, and I told him as kindly as I could, and I was recording it. Now maybe that makes people upset, but I wanted it recorded. And I said, Jeff, you can come back here and get the stuff. Come back here. Do you need to come back here? And he says, no, because if I do, I'll be arrested for trespassing. And I said, no, you won't. I said, you're welcome. So now
Then that's on him at that point. I mean, he told him. But there also needs to be and the way that the mediation is, like as long as he's not trespassed, I don't know how y'all's trespassing is, if y'all have each other trespassed or not.
I wouldn't do it if he went back there. You know, I wouldn't charge him with trespassing, because I would like to have a friend next door, not an enemy.
Of course, no, I understand. But hey, look, I'm not trying to cut you short.
I got you.
I'm the only deputy on that's available right now because everyone is tied up.
I got you.
So there's nothing here for me to continue being here for.
Yes, sir.
So like it seems like y'all have calmed down.
There's
no
his
need,
niece there. I mean his daughter, my niece.
There's no need for me to make a report. There's nothing here. Whenever I showed up, y'all were just having an argument. That's it. It wasn't even.
Well, I didn't have an argument with him. I called about. All I did was call about the dogs.
Of course. So
he calls his daughter, and they make up all these things and say I'm a terrible, nasty person. They want to search my house. They want to search my property.
who wants to search it?
He does.
Okay. Well, you don't have to allow him.
He was telling me to go down there and look at all this nasty stuff and bones.
You don't have to allow him to.
You're welcome to come down there, but you know I would rather.
You don't have to allow him to search your property.
I'm not allowing you to do it because he said it. But if you want to come down there and hang out,
I have no need to.
you can.
So you're good to go, boss.
All right.
So y'all have a good day.
Yes, sir.
And just try to keep your distance, okay?
Yes, sir.